Hey, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster, and today I want to show you around our latest Baja Truck Camper. This is going to be built on a GMC 3500. It's going to have a custom composite shell built on an aluminum frame. This one has an articulating topper, as do all of our Baja Truck Campers, so they can really get into some harder to reach places. So we are in the lifted position right now, which shows that we have 6 of those half slide windows around the perimeter of the vehicle. When we lower this down, those are obviously going to be covered up. In the front of the vehicle here, we have a 60-inch Onyx 6 LED light bar. In the front, we have some shackles as well. Moving back from there, we have upgraded wheels and tires. So we have a method wheel with a KO2 all-terrain tire. We have running boards. Those are going to be electric down the length of the vehicle. A side step to get in our door. This door is going to have a nice teardrop window so you can see outside even when you have the door closed. And then rearward of there, we have our custom Rossmönster MaxTrax table mounting system. So a great place to lock and store those MaxTrax, but also a nice outdoor happy hour table when you have it in the lowered position. And then lastly, on this side of the vehicle, we have our Fiamma awning all the way up top. Let's check out the rear. As we head to the rear of the vehicle, you can see that we have 3 MOLLE panels, so those are going to be great for some versatile storage options. We also have a custom Rossmönster wedge storage box, custom bumper in the rear with all of your LED lights. And then lastly, back here, we have our exterior shower, which is going to be serviced by our AquaHot hydronic heat and hot water system, so you can have a nice hot shower outside, as well as our water fill. Let's step inside. Welcome inside. Before I go into the specific components of this vehicle, I'll talk about design highlights as well as the overall layout. So our walls and ceiling are going to be in ShugarShack Mineral, so those are going to be upholstered. Moving down from there, all of our uppers and our lowers are going to be slab door grain matched bamboo. Moving down from there, we have Paperstone countertops on both sides, and those are going to be in the Azure color. So Paperstone is really great because you can take hot things directly off of the induction and put them on the counter, and it's not going to leave a mark. And then in our dinette, we have a custom leather upholstered bench seat and some sterling oak floors on the ground here. When it comes to layout, we have our cab over bed all the way in the front. We have our wet bath here. We have our galley, which is going to be on both sides of the vehicle. And then all the way in the rear, we have our dinette, which is also going to house our plumbing systems and our power systems and turn into our secondary sleeping area. So I'm going to start in the front and we'll work our way back. Starting in the front of the vehicle, we have our cab over bed. So this is going to be roughly a queen size bed. A few nice features of this area are that we have our half slide windows in the front. We also have the bulkhead up there with fabric covers. So that's going to be a nice place for storage as well. At the head of the bed, we have 2 reading lights, and then we also have a nice little cubby on the side here, which will be great for charging your phone, plugging in Kindles, etc. at nighttime. Lastly, we have a custom ladder to get up into that bed and our soft partition, which is going to separate the riding area from the living area of this vehicle, which is nice for both sound deadening and overall safety, so you're not riding with any of the gear that you're taking on the road with you. Moving back from our cab over bed, we have our indoor wet bath. So this one's going to be unique in that we have a bamboo slab door so that it kind of is a bit more cohesive with the rest of the build. As you open it up, you'll see that we have brushed aluminum walls, a stainless steel shower pan. We have a teak grate in the bottom so you don't have to worry about it getting slippery. And obviously this is going to be telescoping, so as this lifts and lowers, this upper portion of the shower is going to lift and lower as well. And then we have a nice shower curtain so that this piece of wood stays perfect and doesn't get water damage. As we move back from there, we get into our galley area. So we have a Ruvati 15x20 workstation sink with a cutting board insert. As I mentioned, we have the Paperstone countertops. Underneath our sink, we have a little bit of storage, but this is mostly going to be storage for our freshwater tank. We have some drawer storage here and then a shelving unit below that. Moving over to the passenger side, our galley is going to extend over here. So we have an Isotherm Cruise 200 fridge and freezer. So that's going to be door style, and our fridge and freezer are going to be separate. So you can really fill this thing up and go on some longer trips in this rig. We also have an Empava 2-burner induction cooktop, and then a 20-inch flip-up countertop extension to really extend the usable space. This is also going to be a nice level for a standing desk if they want to work while on the road. All the way in the back of the vehicle, you can see that we have our upper cabinet storage going around the perimeter. All of this is going to be on gas struts for assisted opening and closing, and have our V latches so that things stay secure while in transit. Additionally, back here, as I mentioned, we have those half slide windows, and then below that we have 2 Arctic Tern awning style windows on either side of the dinette. The dinette is going to be upholstered in leather, and then we also have a bamboo table to match the cabinetry. And this is going to be on a lagoon mount, so you can kind of swivel it in and out of the way. Other nice things about this dinette are that both of our bench seats are going to act as storage spots for us. So starting on the passenger side, we have our power systems, and here we have 600 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate battery bank. We have a 3000 watt inverter, and we also have 600 watts of solar coming in through there. Moving over to the driver's side, we have storage for our water system. So we have a 30-gallon freshwater tank, and this is also going to house our aqua hot hydronic heat and hot water system, which is going to service our indoor shower, our sink, and our outdoor shower, as well as keep this vehicle 4-season capable in those winter months. Lastly, if we go ahead and take down this table, we can place it in the center of these bench seats. We have an additional leaf that will go in, and then we can have that laid out into the secondary sleeping area. Closing out this area, we have ventilation. So we talked about all of our windows, but we also have 2 max air fans in the ceiling of this vehicle, as well as a Dometic RTX 2000 AC system. So that'll ensure that this camper is super cool in those hotter summer months, and our max air fans will make sure that you can suck air out of the vehicle or pull air in, depending on what they're doing at any given time. That wraps up this Baja Truck Camper tour. Again, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a tour, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.